What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Journeyman Podcast with your main man, Journeyman Reese. Today, man, we're just gonna get straight to it. But before we get into the lesson, man, let me just go over some things that's just happening in sports and what's just happening in the world, and then I'll touch on some music too. So let me start off with the music because that's what's on my mind right now. What I'm currently listening to or what I've been jamming since the last time I talked to y'all. Look, so check me out. All right, so main thing I've been jamming in the car, it's actually a movie soundtrack. All right, so it's Griselda and BSF Conflicted Original Motion Picture Soundtrack. Various artists. It got dropped this year. Can't tell you the specific date, but it's definitely of a 2021 project. Excuse me, damn, I'm stuttering. So let me explain Griselda and BSF. So Griselda, it consists of a whole bunch of artists, but the big three is Benny the Butcher, West Side Gun, and Conway the Machine. All right. So all of these dudes are really from Buffalo, New York. They still have that early 2000 like grit and like street cred and just street mobility within their lyrics, but it has a new school spunk and flair. And what I mean by that is this. A lot of early artists, you know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with this when I say this. Lyricism was a big thing. But the thing about it is that with some lyrical artists, they try to get too lyrical, and sometimes they remove the beauty of being straight to the point and concise. But all three of these brothers just have a cadence for like any beat that they hop on, and the charisma that they have just puts them over the top. You know what I mean? So they have a lot of artists that are really worth checking out. Bodie James. Let me see if I pronounce her name right. Armani Caesar. You know what I mean? So on and so forth, bro. They have Dave East on here. Lloyd Banks put a song on here talking about the project. Ransom, YN Billy, you know, Fleece Lord, Smoke Dizza, and Wale. So they got some heavy hitters. Oh, and my boy Bodie James is on here too. They have some heavy hitters on here, man. And then BSF is Benny the Butcher's group. So some of the names that I probably mentioned are part of his group. You know, but they're really Griselda too, explained by, I would say, West Side Gun, or I think it was Conway the Machine. And he was like, you know, because he brings like, he brought like one of the BSF members to, I think, a Funk Flex freestyle. And he let him rap and everything with him and stuff like that to get him some notoriety and stuff like that. So that's what I've been listening to. Honestly, man, the whole project's good. This is like a project that I really can say that you can put on shuffle and all of them hit. My favorites, 3:30 in Houston by Benny the Butcher. Rank by YN Billy. And then Welcome Home DMX with Dave East and I think Jonesy. So, and then I like Mobbing with Chase Fetty, Heem, Billy V, and Benny the Butcher. So, solid project. You really can't miss on that. That's what I've been jamming for the past couple of days. All right, man, in sports, bro, let's look at it like this. I gotta put some respect on his name, man. MLB legend Hank Aaron died on January the 22nd, bro. Hall of Famer. He won the MVP. He won the World Series in 1957. 25-time All-Star, 3-time Gold Glove winner, 2-time batting title holder. You know what I mean? All-time second in home runs, third in hits, you know what I'm saying, third in games played, and he's tied for fourth with Ruth in runs scored. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I don't know too much about baseball, you know what I'm saying, but I do know greatness when I see it. Hank Aaron, man, has been revolutionary for the game, arguably the GOAT of the game, you know what I'm saying? But I can't really speak on that because I don't know anything about baseball like that. I'm going to just keep it stacked with y'all. Man, but, yo, if you listening, you know baseball, you know, get with me, hook me up, man, put me on some game, for real. It's never too late. Football. The Super Bowl, I think, is what? This upcoming Sunday. My Chiefs against the Bucks. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I still am firm in my prediction. I think we got them. I think it's going to be a great game. You know what I'm saying? I'm staying with my boys. Win or loss, I really don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is on that. Boom. Let's move to basketball, all right? Man, so last episode, I gave y'all some teams to look out for and watch. Man, I'm going to shed some light on some brothers that the reality is that they're not getting enough shine. Check this out. Emmanuel Quickley, probably the steal of the draft, all right? My boy had 25 points against the Clippers, who's supposedly one of the best defensive teams in the league. Because, I mean, come on. They have two of the best two-way players in the league. Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, okay? Then, check this out. 31 points against Portland. Now, if we really looking at it from a basketball aspect and you look at the Portland backcourt, you have to say who really is just locked down in that backcourt. I love Dame. I love CJ. You know what I'm saying? But they're just not defensive juggernauts. I say both of them are about average, right? So, but the fact is that he put up 31 against them, being on the Knicks, that says something. Like, I messed up and didn't do his last 5 games like I did for the other players, but on the season, bro's averaging 12 points, 2 rebounds, and it's 2.5 assists, but I'm going to round it up for 3. Honestly, man, he's been showing out all season if you actually really watch the games, man. A lot of things he do on the floor that it makes it easy for other players, you know what I mean? He's coming off the bench. He's providing that spark, you know what I'm saying? Could this be the second coming, of Lou Will? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? That's a bold statement, but I'm going to stand on it, whatever. Tobias Harris, okay? Embiid's been having an MVP season. Ben Simmons has stepped it up, you know what I'm saying? But Tobias Harris has been playing great this season and the last 5 games. Now, I definitely think that is due to him being under Doc Rivers again. You know, Tobias Harris had pretty much his all-star season under the reins of Doc Rivers. Now, that connection is evident on the floor. I mean, what can you say about this brother? 20 points a game, averaging 7 rebounds, averaging 2.7 assists, but you know how I do. My boy's averaging 3. Last 5 games, the 76ers have won 4-1. And my boy's averaging 22. All right. He's taking it to the faces of defenses, and people often forget that, man. Tobias Harris in Orlando, you know what I'm saying, with the Clippers, all that, bro, is a bucket. You know what I mean? And I just think he ain't getting the due credit that he deserves. All right, so this is going to be a stretch, but, man, I just feel like, you know, these boys are not on the up and coming, but you can't really just write the Cavaliers off as just an easy dub. Let me say why. The Cavaliers possess a duo that has been performing, I think, to the best of their abilities thus far this season. Andre Drummond and Colin Sexton. Okay? I'm gonna start with Sexton, right? Sexton on the season is averaging 24 points. Mind you, this is his second season, by the way. Boy's averaging 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Okay. His last 5 games, he's been averaging a total of 18 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Andre Drummond, having a nice, pretty quiet season. And if you know Andre Drummond like I do, man, everybody remembers, man, when this man only could dunk. That's all he could do was dunk. Dunk and post up. Now my boy's shooting threes. He's pushing the ball in transition. He has a decent handle. It ain't like AD. You know what I'm saying? AD for a big man has a different handle. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might comment, what about KD? KD is technically by height a big man, but KD is like, he's a skilled player, bro. Like, he's a forward, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's a small forward through and through. But yeah, Andre Drummond, bro, is averaging on the season 19 points because it's 18.5, so I'm going to round it up. 15 rebounds and 3 assists. It says 2.7, but I round it up. Last 5 games, 18 points, 15 rebounds, 2 assists. Unfortunately, man, these games and valiant effort, bro, I cannot speak today, is they're really not helping the team. I mean, they are, but they're not. They went 1-4 in those 5 games. I mean, it's the Cavs, bro, but like still. And then last but not least, brother and sisters, my bad, addressing the whole audience. Malik Beasley. Trouble off the court, it doesn't matter. If you know Malik Beasley, you know what everything was happening towards the beginning of the season, but that doesn't matter. My boy is averaging 20 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. His last 5 games, Buddy is averaging 26 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. All right. He's pretty much a shooting guard, so he's not really going to pass the ball too much. But the Minnesota Timberwolves have went 2-3 in their last 5. And all of those games, if you really look at the numbers, he's been taking it to the opposing teams every night. It's just not ending in, like, the desired results. You know what I'm saying? Which could be said by the Cleveland duo that I mentioned earlier of Drummond and Sexton. But it is what it is, man. What's going on in the world? Stock market craziness. I really don't have too much to say on it because I don't know anything about the stock market. But I will say this. It's never too late to get in and learn. All right? There's so much opportunity in the world, and if it presents itself to you, I think you should take it. Look, I downloaded the Robinhood app, and I really can't say much about it now because I don't know shit. But give me about 5 months, man, and I think a blessing will fall in my lap. Because I do know one thing about the stock market, it's a patience game. And if you want to grow your capacity for patience, God usually puts you in situations where you need to have some. So that's what I've been learning. So it is what it is, man. Hopefully, man, we can make some flip in that. Yo, Cecilia Tyson Tyson. I hope I said that right, man. I don't like to butcher anybody's names. Died at 96, man. She died on January 28th. I'm sorry for clicking this pen. I need to stop that, huh? Man, let me just give you some stats. I'm not going to give you all of them. Man, 3-time Emmy winner. She won a Tony. and was the oldest person to do it at 88. Won an honorary Oscar at 93. Inducted into the American Theater of Hall of Fame in 2018. Why can I not talk today? Last episode I was flowing, but this episode I'm bullshitting. But once I get onto the lesson, man, hopefully, I get the crack and get the flowing. And she won a Peabody Award in 2020. Model, civil rights activist, and Miss Tyson has probably been in at least 5 movies you've seen in your lifetime. Speaking on the black community, also happy Black History Month to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Miss Tyson, to, I would say, the older generation, was probably their favorite auntie. And to some of the younger generation like myself, she reminded you of just a sweet grandmother. One thing that she is known for is not accepting roles that demean black people. I think this is important. The best part about her illustrious career is because, I think in a lot of industries, black people, we look at things that we take what we can get. At least for the older generation, I've noticed. Now, as we're coming up, getting into entrepreneurship, you know what I'm saying, addressing problems in the home, or trying to. People are trying to. Now, I don't know about, is that trying ending in success, but people are trying to, you know what I'm saying? Trying to break, generational curses and things of that nature. While we still have an uphill battle to fight, there are more opportunities because of black women like Miss Tyson that have paved the way for not only younger sisters, but have changed the mindset of the older sisters and just really, pushing for just more for us as people. So take some time out to really think about and be thankful for what she has done, not only for you, but for me as well. Last thing, man, Valentine's Day is coming up, okay? Now, I don't know about y'all, but I think Valentine's Day should be revamped just a little bit. I think the tradition is okay, and it is a day of love, but check this out. I think we should normalize showing love to those that matter, right? Like right now, Valentine's Day is about romantic love for most people. Not saying everybody subscribes to that, but for most people. But talking to the fellas real quick, normalize doing something for women that just hold it down. Like your homegirl. We all got that one homegirl that knows the best and the worst about us, but has never switched up, you know what I'm saying, and has just been solid throughout. Fam, some flowers in the card can do a lot for you. I'm not saying, date her. But, man, it's nothing wrong with taking the homie out for dinner. If she the homie, take her out for dinner, man. Get her some things, man. You know what I'm saying? Spoil her a little bit to let her know that she's appreciated. Because, really, man, when you look at the landscape, that's all that women really want, is to be appreciated, to be cherished, and things of that nature. So, man, a small gesture or a big gesture can go a long way, for real. You know what I mean? Women, if you got a homeboy that's been solid with you, you know what I'm saying? Drop a little cash on him. You know what I mean? If he's really been solid, as if he's really respected you, you know, all the various aspects that make up you, because respect is what we covering today. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more on that once I finish this. Hey, men are so simple. I'm going to be honest with you. Last Valentine's Day, you know what I'm saying, when I was with my old lady, whoop, whoop, you know what I'm saying? Yo, she gave me a Wingstop gift card. Mind you, if anybody knows me, Wingstop is my shit. Like, I love Wingstop. Like, and I just love wings in general. The fact that she just gave me one out of the blue, right? I wasn't even looking to get anything, but the fact that she gave me one out of the blue, I ain't gonna lie to you, I teared up. And I know y'all like, damn, bro, what's wrong with you? Like, nigga, it's just wings. Fam, it's the fact that it's because, like, the only other woman that has ever done something to, like, for me, or has got me a great gift. I'm not saying those that have given me gifts, they weren't great. You know, I'm forever grateful and I appreciate that. So that's no shade to nobody. But just gave me gifts that I wouldn't even think about. It's like my mom. You know what I'm saying? And it just hit home. Because it's just the fact that it's like, damn, like, yo, you really pay attention to me. You know what I mean? You really pay attention to me. So, you know, shout out to my mom. Shout out to Shorty. You know what I mean? Like, the situation, it sucks. It sucks, but, like, I appreciate people for what they've done and, you know what I'm saying, and what they currently do. So, it is what it is. All love on that. But, yo. All right, man. So, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is part 3 in relationships essential. The third aspect that I'm going to cover is respect. So what is respect, all right? Let's get into it. So these definitions are from Oxford Languages. Just to give you a little reference. Definition 1, a feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievements. So, right, respect, like, you just respect the person for who they are and what they do, to dumb it down. All right. Definition 2, due regard for the feelings, wishes, rights, or tradition of others. So, right, respecting somebody as a whole is like how I would view this. Every aspect that makes up that person you have respect for. All right. Now, I broke it down like this. To me, people should have respect for your boundaries in the physical, your thoughts or opinions in the mental, your feelings in the emotional, and spiritually as well. Because some people are disrespectful in the spirit, but I'm going to touch on that. All right. Now, let's leap into it. How to recognize disrespect. Shit, I can't talk today. And guess what? I'm not editing this shit out. So, deal with it. But much love if you are dealing with it, because, you know, you ain't have to listen to me. So, I appreciate that. Side note, yo, everybody that's been rocking with me since episode 1, new listeners, last time listeners, I really appreciate you, because the reality of it is that you didn't have to give me none of your time. I'm just a random ass person. So the fact that is, like, some of y'all I know been holding it down, and some people I don't know that's holding it down, man, that's real love. And I do appreciate that. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Let's get into it. Number 1, you're the bottom of every joke. I can't stand this one. Check this out. In a relationship, yes, you can play fight. Yes, you can make jokes and shit like that. But if this person is going out their way to make a funny at your expense, especially if they do it in other people, that person doesn't respect you. You should stop fucking with them. I'm going to be honest with you. If you do that, or, you know what I'm saying, like, you see other people do that, man, just know that's some lame ass shit. Like, extremely lame, bro. Like, I just, and that don't just go for relationship, friendships, all that. Like, if you go out your way to make a joke at the expense of others every single time, it's different. Like, you roasting on the homie or roasting on your girl or your mans or anything like that, because it's out of love and care. You know what I'm saying? You don't mean to, you wouldn't be spiteful in that, because you ain't gonna touch stuff that they really sensitive about. But if you really like digging, I just want you to know, bro, to me, you a terrible person. I don't fuck with you. So if you around somebody that does that, leave their ass alone. Number 2, they don't heed your concerns. If you've stated that you are sensitive about something that they do, or you're sensitive about something in general, or you know what I'm saying, you just stated that it's a particular thing that you don't like and that you would wish that they would like refrain from doing. Damn, I'm stuttering. The respect level is low. All right? I'm going to be honest with you. Like, for example, if I tell you something that upsets me and I find myself repeating myself more than every once in a while, like it's a damn near everyday or everyday occurrence, however you want to put that, I already know the respect level is low. I don't care what you say. You may love me, blase, but if I tell you I don't like some shit and you keep on doing it, it's just like number 1. You keep doing it regardless, you know what I'm saying, at my expense, like just you don't care. The respect level is low, man. Communication is key. Y'all got to start hearing your partners out, because listen, it's only so much one person can take, even if they are super patient, because disrespectful is the quickest thing that can unravel a relationship. Straight up. So, you know what I'm saying? Be thoughtful and listen. Yo, number 3, the biggest one. They're telling your personal business to everyone. I broke this down into some pieces. It may not even just be your personal business, but y'all's personal business, right? Y'all as a unit, as a team. This is where, like, this shit gets treacherous. Number 1, if you go on to Twitter or social media about everything, that shit's not cool. Listen, you do have a right, freedom of speech. I get that. But here's the thing. If your partner is telling your personal business, that's a problem. You know what I mean? Because the reality is not everybody needs to know that. And when you state out in public that there is a crack in the foundation that you and that person have built, motherfuckers that didn't want to see y'all together in the first place will jump at the opportunity to crack that shit down. Straight up. Because I'm telling you, the internet, social media, people smell weakness. And when they see it or they smell it, they go after it. For real. It's real treacherous. Yo, they're telling randoms or associates. So let me say this, all right? The reality of it is that your relationship business or some of your personal business is probably going to get told, right? Here's the difference, right? If they're telling their best friend, that's debatable, right? Because now if the best friend is a loudmouth, a known loudmouth, that's a problem. But if they best friend is somebody that goes to a whole different university, you never met this person before, or this person has always been low key, like they're the friend that is like, I support y'all, but the reality is I don't give a damn what y'all do, because that's y'all business. I can see that. That works, right? Or the person might tell their parents. And it's cool until, like, you know what I mean? until you really meet the parents. And then depending on how that meeting goes. So like, right, for example, my mom knows a lot about me and the relationships I've been in vivid detail. But my mom always has been A1 since day one, and she's always going to keep it P. My mom's grown. My mom ain't going to talk about that with my aunties or anything like that. She's just never been a blabbermouth, you know what I mean? And that's been ingrained in me to keep it G too. Like, why would I, first of all, why would I tell my business? Why would I tell your business? And that put me at odds with you. That don't make no sense. Right? But, yo, telling randoms, associates, telling anybody that's willing to listen, that's lame. Right? Because the reality of it is, and I'm going to save this point at the end of this point, because I'm about to move to the third point of this one. Basically not being able to keep anything in-house. So, right, now let me draw it back to a conclusion. If you can't keep anything in-house, like the stuff that matters, the relationship is bound to fail. You will not last. Because you or your partner are going to get tired of the shit. And when you put your personal business out there for the world, it literally invites people to critique you, to give their opinion that was unwarranted in the first place, right? And so on and so forth. Yes, it's easy to say, well, I don't give a damn what anybody thinks. I don't care what anybody has to say. It's my business. That's the thing. It's your business, but why are you putting your business that has to do with somebody else who that business is tied to the other person, so it's their business as well, and letting everybody know? That's lame. So lame. So yeah, if they doing that, they don't respect you. All right? Yo, disrespectful in the spirit. So let me say this, man. Religion is a touchy subject, but I think it's touchy because a lot of people don't understand it, right? So I don't think religion is really just the answer. It's about your relationship with your creator, whoever that is. So for my thing is like this, all right? I got some homies that's firm believers. I got some homies that don't really believe in much. But one thing about me is that I'm going to praise him whenever, wherever. I pray in restaurants, pray over my food. I don't care. I'm still Ash and I'm still me, but my relationship with God comes first and foremost, right? All right? So respect that. Just like how I'm going to respect how we may not see eye to eye in that aspect, but I still love you for you. Some people are disrespectful in the spirit, bro, and it's just kind of like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's like, right, it may come off as a misunderstanding, but some of these misunderstandings turn out to be so ugly, so you got to be careful with that. But if they're just, like, rampantly disrespectful in the spirit, bro, you got to stop messing with them. Straight up. Straight up. And the last one, no consideration for anything. So I gave you 4 aspects of what people should respect, right? Boundaries in the physical, thoughts and opinions in the mental, feelings and the emotions, and then just respecting you in the spirit. No consideration for anything, right? So really, let me say it like this. Okay, so I'll give you an example of some. So like in the physical, right? Y'all just met, you know what I mean? And y'all been talking for a while, and yeah, y'all are comfortable, and let's say y'all have proceeded to be intimate physically, but not went all the way. But yet, Buddy keeps forcing himself on you. First of all, if Buddy keeps doing that, you need to go ahead and stop messing with him because, hey, Title IX, that's all I'm going to say. And that nigga might be an offender, okay? I'm going to just keep it real with you, baby. He might be, that ain't no laughing matter, but, like, Buddy that nigga's a villain, all right? And he's not heeding your concerns and, respecting your boundaries. All right? No consideration. He only worried about one thing, yet he ain't even worried about what you think about that, how you feel about that. You know what I'm saying? And really, where's your standing on that? You know what I'm saying? Your moral standing, just, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. All right? Thoughts and opinions. You know what I mean? You express your thoughts on a situation, and the person completely dismissed them. Right? Okay? Feelings. You may tell somebody how you truly feel on the situation. You know what I mean? How you truly feel. Because here's the thing, man. We live in a society where expressing emotions is kind of looked down upon. Hence why everybody's so hard. But the reality of it is this. When somebody finally breaks that mold and express themselves to you and you shit on them, it reinforces the mindset of don't express nothing to nobody. And that shit is just generally unhealthy. Right? But I think this, learning what respect is, knowing how you want to be treated and how you want to be respected will help you survey people that you want in your company, whether it is in a romantic relationship, friendship, whatever. And you can apply this concept to any area of life, in the workplace, in the locker room, in the classroom, you know what I'm saying, at home with family. Hey, I'm going to just say this. A lot of family members get comfortable being disrespectful, and that shit isn't cute. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's when it's like it's grandma, grandpa, and because they got that title, they just say whatever. At the end of the day, man, just because you lived a long life doesn't mean you due for respect. Right? If I have to earn your respect, it should be the same way, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother conversation because that's a debate. Well, if you the child, like, you should automatically respect. I think as the child, you should have respect, especially if your parents keep it G with you. But as a child, that's kind of hard to, really realize because that's an adult concept. You know what I mean? But regardless, to conclude this lesson, man, have your own definition of respect. Know how you want to be treated, and know how you want to be respected, how you want to be revered by others, excuse me. Damn, I can't talk today. But yeah, man, that really concludes this episode. But look, check it out. Couple of thoughts, man. This has been on my heart all last week, and I was really experiencing it after I recorded the last episode. So that's why I didn't put it on the last episode, because it's the Journeyman podcast. Nigga, life happens. Anyways, don't get discouraged on your journey. And stop comparing your journey to others. Right? I'm gonna put some weight on y'all. So I'm in grad school, right? Today, for the first time in my college career, I had to drop a course. And it's not because I was failing nothing. School just started. But the fact of the mental strain that it took on me, just worrying about anticipated due dates and everything like that. Will the book come in on time? Blase, blase. Yo, it literally wore me down to my core. And, I'm a leader in multiple positions. So, as a leader, I got to stay solid. At least that's what it means to me. As a leader, I have to stay solid, not only for myself, but my family, friends, and my team. But the reality of it is this, man. I was so nervous and burnt out because I was like, damn, how am I going to do 12 hours? You know what I mean? Because last semester I did it, but that took me out too. So the reality of it is like this, champ. At the end of the day, control what you can control. All right? Don't worry about everybody else's journey because let's keep it a stack. Everybody's unique. So in that aspect, not everybody can do what you're doing right now. And I really want to tell the people like that because I see a lot of y'all going through breakups. A lot of y'all just struggling with life in general on some shit. And, man, you're not alone in this shit. Let me say that. And I'm not saying, like, my shit is the equivalent of yours. Not at all. But I'm going to say this, man. However you decide to handle that shit, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? But keep in mind that you should always have the mindset to move forward and progress. How you handle that shit, how you get through it, it's okay. But the reality of it, man, a journey is ongoing. Don't let one decision or mishap be the stopping point. All right? Because you got plenty of things to do, plenty of people to meet, and just plenty of shit to see. All right? And another thing, in relationships, whether it be a romantic one, friendship, or whatever, maybe I should start saying platonic. That probably sound harder, huh? I probably could have said that the rest of the podcast, but or early in the podcast. You know what the fuck I mean. Anyway, y'all, don't settle for less from nobody. I don't care if they good or bad. A lot of us have some good friends, but they don't match the energy that we put into the friendship. We got people that mean well, but they don't match the energy that we put into the relationship. So on and so forth. Don't settle for less. All right? Because just like how you feel about your friends and family, like, man, I'm so blessed to have everybody in my corner like this. I got a real solid team, blase, blase. They should feel the same way about you. And just like how you pour into them, they should be pouring into you. And you got to stand on that. But in other words, y'all, I'm out. This has been The Journeyman. And I appreciate y'all for listening. Much love and peace. We done.